So we just need a review. Think way back to Tuesday. Tuesday. Okay, Link's got the mic, MM's got the candies. What was our theme for day 1? All right, Lincoln, go for it.
What would he do?
Right, what would Jesus do? And what was our Bible story? And then where is it found? Oh, the pressure's on Link. Madison, I love your shirt. Taylor, I love your shirt. Right, Jesus was asleep in the boat. And where was it found is the question. Where in the Bible was it found? Don't say on the lake. Where in the Bible was it found? Right, Mark 4. You guys are some smart. Grade 5, 6. All right, yes. Oh, don't forget about our key verse. Our key verse talked about something we would do. Anybody know? Right, do what Jesus would do. But even something else. You're right, but even, Mia? Right, greater things we can do. Excellent. All right, then we had Wednesday, yesterday, day 2. What was the theme from day 2? Gabe, what was the theme from day 2? Right, see what Jesus sees. So we had do what Jesus does, see what Jesus sees. And what was the Bible story yesterday? Right, the woman at the well, at the Samaritan well. The grade 1s and 2s called it the fountain. It was the woman at the fountain, the woman at the fountain, the woman at the well. And where was that found? Anybody know? You guys are so smart. You'll figure this one out. Charlotte, do you know? No, close. Another book of the New Testament. One of the first 4. Caleb. John. Right, it was found in John 4. Now this one had to do with the sad little puppies and cats that I had up here. What was the key verse about? Okay, we were talking about see what Jesus sees, but what did the verse say? He looked at the crowd. And what happened? He looked at the crowd.
When he looked at the crowd, in the story with the well.
Yeah.
When he was talking about what he did, they all believed him.
Yeah, you're right. But what did he feel? Remember I was telling you when you looked at the pictures of the sad puppies and cats, you felt something on the inside? And so when Jesus looked at the crowd, it said he felt... Debbie?
He felt good, even though the woman had 5 husbands and the men that she was staying with wasn't even her husband. He still cared that she was his daughter.
Right, so he looked and saw differently. But you know what the verse said? He felt great concern, didn't he? That's right, Caleb. He felt great concern. All right, everybody on your feet. We're having elimination, Simon says. Oh, elimination, Simon says. And in a few minutes, I might get Teacher Spencer or Pastor Spencer to come up and do some of these. Me and Link were doing them the last time, and you run out after a little while. So mentally prepare, Pastor Spencer. I might need you to help us with this. Okay, now here's the deal. You got to be honest. You can't stand there and do nothing so you don't get out. You got to actually do the things. And if you touch the wrong part, you have to sit down. Okay? And teachers, you guys help me. Are you ready? Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your shoulder. Simon says, touch your knees. Simon says, touch your feet. Simon says, touch your belly button. Touch your elbow. Oh, touch their elbows. Sit down. Okay, sit down. Who touched your elbow? Someone over there touched it. Got to be honest. One of the boys did because I saw you touch your elbow. I think it might have been Superman. All right, it was Superman. Okay, there we go. You got to be honest. Play this game. All right, Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your eyes. Simon says, touch your ears. Simon says, touch your belly button. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your knees, touch your feet. Any feet? Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Touch your head. Oh, who touched their head? Sit down. I saw some people over here touch their head. Teacher Bill, you can knock them out. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, touch your knees. Okay. Oh, from before. Okay, you know what? In between, just stand up straight. That'll help you prevent that problem. All right. Simon says touch your eyes. Touch your ears. Lincoln's the helper. Okay, Link, come on over here.
Simon says touch your head. Simon says touch your knees. Simon says touch your feet. Simon says touch your belly. Simon says touch your hips. Touch your head. Simon says touch your feet. Simon says touch your knees. Simon says touch your hips. Simon says touch your head. Simon says touch your nose. Touch your eyes. Simon says touch your knees. Simon says touch your hips. Simon says touch your head. Simon says touch your hips. Simon says touch your knees. Touch your feet.
How are we doing? We getting any out?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Do we need Pastor Spencer?
Maybe.
Or you want to do it one more time?
I'll do one more. Okay. Touch your knees.
Okay, we got Caden out.
Simon says touch your head. Simon says touch your hips. Simon says touch your belly button. Simon says touch your neck. Simon says touch your chin. Simon says touch your mouth. Touch your nose. Okay. Okay. Simon says touch your knees. Simon says touch your hips. Simon says touch your head. Simon says touch your hair. Simon says touch your nose. Touch your eyes.
Whoa. Pastor Spence?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. Okay, here's the deal. Those of you that are in, take a step forward. Okay? And Suzanne and Bill, help us out here. So if you're still in, be honest, step forward. You're still in. Okay?
All right. Simon says touch your toes. Simon says touch your knees. Simon says touch your nose. Simon says spin in a circle. Simon says don't stop spinning in a circle. Simon says don't stop spinning in a circle. Simon says don't stop spinning in a circle. Stop. Oh! I got a lot of you out there. You got confused there, didn't you? Ha-ha. All righty. I tricked you.
Okay, you six, come in here closer.
Come closer.
Miles, you still in? Okay. You guys are 7 then.
All right. Simon says, touch your nose. Touch your chin. Simon says, touch your chin. Touch your nose. Did I get Thomas? Bye, Thomas. Bye-bye. Simon says, jump up and down. Simon says, keep jumping up and down. Simon says, keep jumping up and down. Simon says, stop jumping up and down. Oh, you kept jumping up and down. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. 4 more. Okay. Simon says, do jumping jacks. Keep doing jumping jacks. Oh, you're out. All right, 3 left. Simon says, do squats. Do squats. Yeah, there we go. Do squats.
Oh, they're all doing it.
You're out. You all lose.
Okay. Listen, Pastor Spencer's got this evil laugh going, doesn't he? Oh, my goodness.
Hey everybody, let's stand up on our feet and we'll sing some songs. All in this together and we're having fun. We're here to spread the love of God to everyone. Gonna get a little crazy and a little wild. Here we go now, come give it a try.
Without a doubt, I was born for this, built for a purpose. There is a God who made it all, everything we see. He built the mountains, filled the oceans, and he built me. He's with me, he's for me, I am not alone. He's with me, he's for me, I know. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out. Without a doubt, I was born for this, built for a purpose. There is a God who made it all, everything we see. He built the mountains, filled the oceans, and he built me. He's with me, he's for me, I am not alone. He's with me, he's for me, I know that I was built for this, I live for this. God has a reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out. Without a doubt, I was born for this, built for a purpose. Built for a purpose. Built for a purpose. Excellent, excellent. Oh, you guys are great. Well, let's go upstairs now. We're going to listen to the message.
So I need help with the story. Everybody on your feet for a second. So when you hear the words, yes, sir, right away, sir, I want you to jump to your feet. I want you to stand like a soldier, and I want you to salute. Okay? Show me what it looks like. Exactly, just like Pastor Spencer. Okay? Salute. Stand perfectly straight. Okay, sit down. We'll try it in a minute. Okay? So when you hear me say it, you jump up, you stand straight, and you salute. Are you ready? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Oh, good job. Okay, sit down. Now, I'm going to point to your section, and I just want your section to do it when I say it, okay? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Good job. Okay, sit down. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Davian, you're so obedient. You jump up every time. Okay. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Okay, good job. All right. So when you hear that in the story, I want you to act it out, okay? Are we ready? This is called the centurion's servant. The Roman centurion stood before his soldiers. There were 100 in all, each and every man sworn to do whatever the centurion commanded. Fetch my sword, he ordered. Yes, sir. Right away, sir, he added. And another soldier ran off as well. Forward, march, he shouted once everything was ready. Yes, sir. Right away, sir, answered each and every man, and they marched off together through the streets of Capernaum. The centurion was used to giving orders, and he was used to being obeyed. Yes, sir. Right away, sir, he would often say. Not only obeyed by his men, but by the people of Capernaum as well. For the Romans were in charge of that city and all the land where Jesus lived, a land that had been taken by force and now ruled with a cruel hand. One day the centurion went home to hear some bad news. His servant was ill, unable to move and in terrible pain. The centurion felt sorry for his servant, but for all his power, for all the, yes, sir, right away, sirs, there was nothing he could do. No order he could give to make that pain go away. So the centurion went to see Jesus. He heard that Jesus made sick people well, and so his request was simple. Help me, sir, he said. My servant is terribly ill. The people standing around Jesus wondered what Jesus would do. This centurion and his soldiers had bullied them so much and stolen from them and pushed them around. Would Jesus do for this man what he had done for so many others? But there was no question in Jesus' mind. He has taught his followers to love everyone, even their enemies. How could he do any less? I will go and heal him, he said. And then the centurion said something that surprised them all. No, he said. And could it be that he was remembering all the cruel things he had done? No, I do not deserve to have you visit my home. But I do know this. I am a man with power and authority. I tell my soldiers to fetch this and that, and they say, yes, sir, right away, sir. And I tell them to do other things, and they always answer, yes, sir, right away, sir. And when I order them to march, they obey. Yes, sir, right away, sir. You have the power over sickness. So all you need to do, Jesus, is speak the word, and I know that my servant will be healed. Jesus turned to those around him and answered, this man trusts me. He really does. I have not found this kind of trust even among our own people. I'm telling you the truth when I say that people just like this man, people from all over the world, will one day be a part of all that God is doing. But because they don't trust me, there are going to be some people who are going to miss out. Then he turned to the centurion and said, go, all that you have hoped for is going to happen. And at that very hour, the centurion's servant was healed. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. All right, you guys have a look at the cartoon that goes with this.
Jesus heals the servant of a Roman officer, a miracle that Jesus did. One day, an officer of the Roman army came to Jesus and asked him for help. My servant is sick and will probably die soon. Jesus offered to come to his house and see the servant, but the officer declined. I am not worthy for you to enter my house. He knew that Jews were not allowed to be in the house of a person with another faith. He continued, I know that you have the power to heal my servant without even touching him. Jesus was impressed by the great faith of the officer. In all of Israel, I have not found a man with a faith this huge. Go, your servant is healed. In that moment, the officer's servant was completely healed.
Yeah!
So, in order to say what Jesus says, we have to know what Jesus says, right? So, two ways to know what Jesus says is we have to read about it in the Bible, because the Bible has all kinds of Jesus' words in it. And some Bibles, I don't know what kind of Bible you have, this is one of my kids' Bibles, but in some Bibles, the words of Jesus are actually written in red, so you can really know what Jesus said if you look at the red words. So one way to know what Jesus said is to read about it. The other way is to hear his voice and to listen to him. And oftentimes he speaks to us through other people, or sometimes like that still small voice in our head. So today, I want to give you guys, before you leave, one of our little, it's kind of like a little comic book, but it's words of Jesus. It's all about the story of Jesus, because that'll help you, if you don't have a Bible at home, to get to know some of the things that Jesus said. Because if we want to be followers of Jesus, we need to do what he does, see what he sees, and say what he says. Now, before we give these out, I want to ask you something. Some of you guys have been coming to kids camp for a long time. Who here's come before to kids camp? Oh yeah, see, so almost everybody. So you've heard me talk about being followers of Jesus before. But I want you to think for a minute. If Pastor Spencer wanted me to give MM a message, and he said, Pastor Julia, can you tell MM her mom's picking her up after kids camp? I would need to hear his voice in order to give MM the message. So God's asked us to be messengers for him, to spread his word and to tell other people all about him. But in order for me to do that, I got to be able to hear from him, don't I? And in order to be able to hear from him, I need to be close enough to him, and I need to be friends with him. So some of you guys are saying, I never heard God. Just think to yourself for a minute, are you a follower? Are you someone who's close to God? Have you ever said to him, you know what, God, I really want to be your best friend. That's what I want more than anything else. Because when we ask God to be our best friend, then we become friends with him, and we can hear his voice, and we can be his messengers, and we can say what he says and do what he does and see what he sees. So today, I want to pray for you, and I want to pray for anybody who's not sure if they're really a follower of Jesus. And all that means is just praying a prayer and saying, God, I'm sorry for the bad things I've done, and I want to follow you. I want to be your best friend. So whether you've done it or not before, why don't you repeat after me? Let me just ask you real quick. Is there anybody here who says, I'm not sure if I'm a follower of Jesus and I want to be? Let me see your hand if you're saying, I'm not sure, but I want to be. Okay, awesome. You guys can put your hands down. And why don't you guys pray after me? You don't need to be shy about it, but I'm going to get everybody to pray, okay? And that way, these 3 or 4 won't feel by themselves. So even if you've prayed this before, you can pray it again, okay? Dear Jesus, I want to be your best friend, and I want to be a follower of you. I'm sorry for the bad things that I've done, and I want to follow you. Help me to be a follower of Jesus in all the things that I do, and I say, and I see. Help me to be like this for the rest of my life, a follower of Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. So when you go today, the 3 things I want you to remember: every time you see a sunflower, do what Jesus did, see how Jesus sees things, and say what Jesus says.